There is no evil in the universe, but has its root and origin in the mind, and in wrong thinking. Sickness, sorrow, and affliction do not, in reality, belong to the universal order, are not inherent in the nature of things, but are the direct outcome of our ignorance of the right relations of things. Better Men, welcome to the Better Man channel. I just read from James Allen, As a Man Thinketh, a book that literally, figuratively, all around has changed my life. My name is Jaron Price. I have this ambition to see men reclaim their masculinity, and not just this alpha strength, roar, hear me roar strength, but an attitude, a mentality of virtue, of honor, of integrity, of men making wise decisions, of men taking authority and leadership over their families, over their community, over the society, taking ownership and responsibility. This book changed my life. A little bit of my backstory: I'm 36 years old, a single father, with the privilege of raising my 8-year-old son, who keeps me on my toes. But I have the privilege of raising this boy and teaching him the ideals of what a true man is. I have a girlfriend. We're both into exercise and doing all that healthy shit lifestyle. My son plays sports year-round: basketball, football, baseball. For the past few years, I've been in case management. I have this desire to help people, but I took a year off, and now I am currently in the process of going to work for a post office part-time, but yet still good money, while I focus on YouTube channels and podcast and writing. Actually go get my fingerprints taken for this job Tuesday. I live in Oklahoma, out in the country. I am a country boy at heart, just on a mission, man. Most of my life I've been just stuck in this wrong thinking, and I had no direction in my life, and I exchanged direction with substance abuse. Just ran hard in alcohol and drugs. In the past few years, I read this book. I'm getting my mind right and focus on what I can do to become a better person, and that's my ambition, to create my own path and enlighten some men, hey, that there's more to life than just directionless, meaningless, going with the flow bullshit. So I want to help men to become men, and like the past few episodes, listen, we want to be men. That's our journey, that's our mission, that's our ambition and aspirations. But if we never define what it means to be a man, and specifically a man in our role, because different men have different roles, different functions, but what does being a man mean to you? And if you never define that, then how do you have a direction, right? If I'm trying to go nowhere and or go somewhere and I've never been there, I need a map. We want to reclaim our masculinity and be the man that we can, then we need a map. Where are we going? So I want everyone to take a moment, take a day, meditate upon it, write it down. What does it mean to be a man to you? My definition is: a man takes action, a man takes complete ownership and responsibility, a man's physically, mentally, and spiritually fit, and a man's a great father. That's for me, because I'm a father. A great father, providing, protecting. And a man's adventurous and fun, kind of lives on that edge and is willing to take risk. And a man is of high character, and a man adapts, because men, change is going to happen. Things don't always work out the way we want to. So we have to be willing to adapt and adjust. And that's my definition of what being a man means in my life. And we live in a society now where men are directionless. We're not defining who we are. We're not accepting the role that a true man is in our position. And you can look at society today, man. You got a lot of Not only men, but women and people, just directionless. And our thoughts are all messed up. Everybody's got this full of shit thinking. They feel like they're entitled and everything should be handed to them. And it's this poor, pitiful me mentality. And I want men to grab a hold of their best thoughts, their best life, and be able to live a full, rewarding life. Being a man and reclaiming our masculinity is not just about being this big tough guy. That's part of it, being strong, but being mentally strong, being intellectually strong. I want to be able to choke the shit out of my enemy physically, but also intellectually be able to sit down with the enemy and destroy him with conversation. And be able to always progress and move forward in every area, physically, with my intelligence, spiritually, mentally, to grow. And that's the mindset of a man. And this book has radically changed my thinking that whatever we think, we become. Whatever we look for, we will find, and what we find shapes our environment, and our environment becomes our life. And as a man that's just lived in that substance abuse directionless life, I've begun to take authority of my thinking. I'm not going to let society fill me with thoughts. I'm not going to let society and others give me the perception of what a man is and the direction that I'm supposed to go, and just be confused and left wondering, well, that's not really me, and that doesn't seem right, but that's what everyone else says. Fuck that. I want to take ownership of my life. I want to be a man of masculinity, guiding my life, directing my life. And as James Allen says in this book, once we begin to order our thoughts, we will order our life, which makes sense. We take control of our thoughts, therefore taking control of our life. Instead of just having these thoughts that other people have given us and placed in our mind, and perceptions of others, and being led by society, we take control and ownership of our own thoughts, therefore become a man directing our life, and not just a leaf blowing in the wind from the perceptions of others. And that's what's wrong with the world today. We know it. Everybody's full of shit, thinking their opinions and their thoughts matters, and they're not realizing that all the bullshit in the world and all the stupidity in the world comes from everybody thinking their thought and their opinion is right. And I'm all for people voicing their opinions, but shit, let's take some time. Let's be a man that patiently observes, sits back, contemplates things, and says, should I say this? Should I think this? Should I not say this? Should I not think this? And that's the mindset of a man. We want to become men that actually have a voice in this world, and grab back hold of our masculinity and actually matter and be appreciated and respected. Then we have to be a man of character that deserves that appreciation and respect. Not just some millennial asshole that's just thinking because he speaks and thinks this thought of what he's been told and led to believe is true matters. Bullshit. If you want to matter in society, grab hold of a thought that matters, right? And grab hold of a belief that actually means something. In this story of taking order of your thoughts, there's a guy that's been sick his whole life. And he has a dream, and in this dream, he's going to all these different doctors asking for help, and they give him this and that, but nothing works. And he finally meets a guy that says, hey, come take a bath in this water, and you'll be healed. The guy says, man, I've tried everything, but I'll try it. He jumps in the water, gets out, the guy's disappeared. The other guy that told him to get in disappeared, but this guy gets up and he's healed. And he sees on a wall the word renounce. And he wakes up and he realizes that his whole life he's just been thinking this shitty thought. And he's just thinking that that's the way it was. I'm sick and I'll always be sick because society taught me that. But he realized once I renounce that and separate myself from that thought, I can be healed. And he starts getting better and eventually gets healed. And that's where we're at in life. Men, we've been thinking shitty thoughts because that's what we've been taught. So we're just going with the flow. Yeah, I'll just do this. I'll live this comfortable life and do this. Bullshit. Once we renounce that, take control of our life, order our thoughts, order our thinking in alignment to who we are, we'll begin to take control of our lives. And that's what being a better man is. And that's what reclaiming our masculinity starts with, is ordering your thoughts. I believe in you guys. I love you guys. Order your thoughts, order your life. Start defining who you are. Don't go to the standards and conditions of society. Believe in yourself, believe in your best thought, and move forward. You guys will see me next episode.